Next up, our press review. Time then to take a look at what's making headlines in the international press, and Solange Bourgeat joins me here on the set. Hi, Solange.
Hi, Nadia.
You're going to be starting us off then at taking a look at this heat wave here in Europe that just feels like it's not coming to an end.
Indeed, and this morning The Guardian went with the headline, "And the heat goes on," in what they are saying is the driest summer in the United Kingdom in nearly 60 years. And the Times is also covering the heat wave with a cool photograph of two rowers in Wales who were caught by a surprise playmate, a dolphin. There you go, you see it there.
Very lovely. It is, though, having some pretty serious consequences elsewhere in Europe, particularly in Spain and in Portugal.
Yeah, indeed, the heat wave is having consequences. In Portugal, nearly 800 firefighters are continuing to work to stomp out multiple wildfires, according to O Público. The Portuguese paper says that over 100 people have had to be evacuated near Monchique in the south, and the temperatures in the capital reached 46 degrees Celsius this past weekend. So for those of you who may feel, myself included, may feel like an egg in a frying pan when you're outside, I have a cartoon for you. It's from Willem in today's Libération. He addresses the record-breaking heat which is being attributed to climate change, and in it you have one egg saying to the other, "There must be a way to fight climate change," and the other egg replies, "But it's too expensive." Now, some of the heat wave cartoons have also been taking a political twist. Here's one from Morton Moreland. It is of Emmanuel Macron addressing Theresa May if he should pour cold water on any attempt to bypass Brussels at their informal talks last week, which is effectively what he did. And Theresa May, who is stuck in the sand with Brexit, is yelling a decided no. Now, the extended heat wave is making many of us miserable, but it is, according to the New Yorker, making some archaeologists actually quite happy. Because of the dry weather, parch marks have emerged, which the archaeologists normally, which allows the archaeologists to see normally unseen things, sites underground.
Let's turn then, Solange, to a big story from the United States today, and that's Donald Trump's admission that actually his son, Donald Trump Jr., did meet with Russian lawyers to discuss Hillary Clinton.
Yes, indeed. 13 months ago, though, Donald Trump said that the meeting was about a program about adopting Russian children. Well, in a tweet on Sunday, he admitted that, in fact, that his son met to try and get information on an opponent, Hillary Clinton. Naturally, many media outlets have jumped on the story and what is an ever-growing list of falsehoods coming from the president. The New York Daily News put it succinctly with its cover, "Lies and More Lies," and you have a photo montage of Trump as Pinocchio. This comes, of course, as the U.S. president continues his war of words and tweets against the U.S. media and the Russia investigation.
Meanwhile, though, Solange, the U.S. is also preparing to impose fresh sanctions on Iran. You've been taking a look for us at the Iranian press. How are they reacting to those upcoming sanctions?
Yeah, let's start with the Iran Daily. On its front page, it has an article about how Iranian officials continue to plead with European governments to make up for Trump pulling out of the nuclear deal and to do so before the sanctions come into effect today and in November. Otherwise, the paper says negotiations will be fruitless. Now, the Tehran Times takes this step a little bit further in its front page editorial, which blames the French government for not acting, and that if the nuclear deal falls through completely, Iranians are going to say that for them, there is no difference between Emmanuel Macron and Donald Trump. Now, the issue is also being covered in the French press, with L'Humanité dedicating its front page and multiple articles on why Trump is targeting Iran and the strategies that he's using to do so. Strategies that, according to The Atlantic, could actually backfire. The American site says that if the U.S. keeps employing sanctions for every sort of grievance, then countries like European nations, like France, will learn to effectively bypass the U.S. and its financial institutions.
Indeed, and we'll hear more about those sanctions then in the coming hours from Washington, Solange. Finally, then, from you, you've got something to lift our spirits, and you tell me that nobody is ever too old to rock. What's the story here?
Yeah, this is from The Sun, the British Daily. This past weekend, two German men absolutely did not want to miss the world's largest heavy metal festival, the Wacken Open Air, so they managed to escape from their nursing home and got to jam with 75,000 other revelers. Police finally found them at 3 o'clock in the morning. in a somewhat dazed and dusty state. Luckily, because of the hot weather, there wasn't much mud on the ground. The festival is actually known for its muddy pits, and so there was no mudslide moshing for these two old-timers.
Okay, never too old to rock,
no,
I suppose, Solange. Thank you very much indeed. That was Solange Moujin there with our press review on the programme. If you'd like to see more of our press reviews here on France 24, you can head to our website, which is france24.com. You're up to